In the 14th century, as Europe was engulfed in political fragmentation and conflict, the Ottoman Empire emerged as a rising power in Anatolia. This empire, led by ambitious sultans and skilled commanders, set its sights on the Balkans, a region divided by feudal states, religious tensions and rivalries. The Ottoman expansion into the Balkans was not just a story of military conquest but also of diplomacy, integration, and cultural transformation. The story begins with Osman I, the founder of the Ottoman dynasty, and his successors, who laid the foundations for a state that would eventually span 3 continents. By the time of Orhan Gazi, the Ottomans had already crossed into Europe through Gallipoli, a significant achievement that opened the doors to the Balkans. However, it was under Sultan Murad I that the real expansion began. Murad I's reign marked the start of a systematic campaign to establish Ottoman dominance in the Balkans. In 1362, the Ottomans captured Adrianople, which they renamed Edirne. This city became the Ottoman capital and a vital base for further campaigns. The capture of Edirne signified more than a territorial gain. It demonstrated the Ottomans' strategic approach to expansion. Edirne's location allowed the Ottomans to control key trade routes and maintain a stronghold on the region. The Battle of Maritsa in 1371 was a turning point in Ottoman Balkan history. A coalition of Balkan forces, led by the Serbian and Bulgarian nobles, sought to halt the Ottoman advance. However, the Ottoman forces, under Lala Sahin Pasha, decisively defeated the coalition. The aftermath of this battle left much of the Balkans vulnerable, with many local rulers choosing to become Ottoman vassals rather than resist. Following the success at Maritsa, the Ottomans pursued their strategy of divide and rule. They capitalized on the internal divisions among Balkan states and forged alliances with local rulers. This approach allowed them to expand their influence without relying solely on military force. Many Balkan leaders, recognizing the Ottomans' growing power, accepted vassalage in exchange for autonomy and protection. The pivotal moment came in 1389 at the Battle of Kosovo. Sultan Murad I faced a formidable coalition of Serbian and other Balkan forces led by Prince Lazar. The battle was fierce and marked by heavy casualties on both sides. Although the Ottomans emerged victorious, Sultan Murad I was assassinated during the aftermath of the battle. His son, Bayezid I, took the throne and solidified Ottoman control over the region. Kosovo became a symbol of Ottoman dominance in the Balkans, and its significance resonates in the region's history to this day. Under Bayezid I, the Ottomans continued their expansion with even greater momentum. Cities and fortresses fell one by one as the Ottomans demonstrated their military superiority and administrative prowess. However, Bayezid's ambitions were temporarily halted following the devastating defeat at the Battle of Ankara in 1402, where Timur's forces captured the Sultan. The Ottoman Empire was plunged into a civil war, known as the Interregnum. Despite this period of internal strife, the Ottomans eventually emerged stronger. Mehmed I restored stability, and his son Murad II resumed the empire's expansionist policies in the Balkans. Murad II's campaigns were marked by key victories, including the capture of Thessaloniki and the defeat of the Hungarian forces at Varna in 1444. The Battle of Varna was particularly significant, as it ended a major crusade aimed at driving the Ottomans out of Europe. The final chapter of the Ottoman conquest of the Balkans came under Sultan Mehmed II, known as Mehmed the Conqueror. In 1453, he achieved the ultimate victory by capturing Constantinople, transforming it into the new Ottoman capital and renaming it Istanbul. This marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and solidified Ottoman control over southeastern Europe. Following the fall of Constantinople, Mehmed II turned his attention to consolidating Ottoman rule in the Balkans. He captured key cities such as Belgrade, Sarajevo, and most of Albania. The resistance led by figures like Skanderbeg in Albania proved to be fierce, but ultimately, Ottoman persistence prevailed. By the end of the 15th century, the Ottomans had established a dominant presence in the Balkans, extending their borders to the edge of Central Europe. The Ottoman administration in the Balkans was characterized by a combination of military control, strategic alliances, and the integration of local elites into the empire's structure. The devshirme system, which recruited young boys from Christian families to serve in the Ottoman administration and Janissary Corps, became a cornerstone of Ottoman governance. This system not only provided the empire with skilled administrators and soldiers but also ensured loyalty to the Sultan. The Ottomans also implemented a millet system, allowing religious communities to maintain their own legal and cultural practices. This approach helped to manage the diverse populations of the Balkans and minimize resistance to Ottoman rule. While the Ottoman conquest brought significant changes to the region, including the spread of Islam and the introduction of Ottoman culture, it also left a lasting legacy of religious and cultural diversity. By the early 16th century, the Balkans had become an integral part of the Ottoman Empire. Cities like Sarajevo, Skopje, and Thessaloniki flourished as centers of trade, culture, and learning. The Ottoman presence in the Balkans would endure for centuries, shaping the region's history and leaving an indelible mark on its identity. The story of the Ottoman Empire's expansion into the Balkans is a testament to the empire's adaptability and strategic vision. Through a combination of military strength, diplomacy, and effective governance, the Ottomans transformed a fragmented region into a vital part of their empire. However, this expansion also sowed the seeds of future conflicts, as the legacy of Ottoman rule in the Balkans remains a complex and contested chapter in the region's history. As we reflect on this period, we see not only the rise of a powerful empire but also the resilience of the people and cultures that shaped the Balkans. The story of the Ottoman expansion is a reminder of the dynamic interplay between conquest, integration, and resistance that defines the history of nations.